Good evening. Why are you sitting up like that? Hello, newest girl. Is that your new greeting now? Fucking Twitter bots liking my damn, announce post. Love it. Love that for me. Yeah, she means a lot to me. I mean, understandable. Understandable. Alright. As you can see, I did the summer thing. See, hold on. It's fucking... Thought the game is a little quiet. Yeah, so we're gonna go back to Hildebrand. I don't know how long that's actually gonna take. So I figured just fart around a little bit. Maybe talk about Paladin a bit more. Because I got it to 87 now, and, well, hopefully it's only 5 minutes. 87. Actually, where the hell am I? Oh, right, probably, you know where. Dropping a Bridget on someone was the origin of that shit. It's really meaningful that we get to reclaim her from those roots. Yeah, no. Yeah, from the little bit of the discourse I did actually swallow before I got fucking sick of it. Actually, let me rephrase that. Yeah, that was definitely like a hell of a lot of the criticism seemed to just be, but my blank waifu, which, no, fuck off. Oh, Jesus, okay, we're right into it. Okay. You know what? It was a good idea to have an early stream then. Although I do wonder, because I'm pretty sure this is the last trial before ARR finishes. So I am wondering, like, how long it is before we hit a trial in, Heavensward, because it seems to be a common thing to have at least a couples, scattered through it. Now we fight as men and women who dress like men. I'll talk about it after this. Long last we meet again on the battlefield. I dare say Enkidu shall come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless. I'm not doing the voices because it takes me too long to read. Can't remember this one well. Well, that's good, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Ow. Oh. Yeah, alright. What? Do we get close to one another or away? Oh, no, we get close. Oh, God. Okay. God d- What do I do? God, I don't... What? Are you serious? I just get targeted with chicken again. Yeah, this arrangement of this music is good. Can I please? Thank you. Fuck. Ow. Cool, I just ate my Swift cast. Nice. Y'all. Oh. Ladies who dress like men? Did someone actually do that? I think. What? Mightiest warrior ever to grace Eorzea stands before you, by which I mean I, Gilgamesh. Prepare yourself. It's an FF5 reference. Gotcha. Oh. Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh. Weird, that didn't feel like it cast. Inside, inside. Got me both times with that. Enough expository banter to think that my full complement of arms would avail me naught. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh, you have my word. Treaty Blade 2 I shall return, just as I remember where I hit it. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled puissance. See, this is why I didn't put on the voice, because I would have not read that fast, or said that fast enough. Fuck yeah. Actually, loot? Oh, shit. Yeah. God damn it. Ooh. 5 commendations. I'll take that. Oh, it's probably loading me into, thingy. Oh no, we actually got a cutscene. I thought we were going back to outside Empedour. Not. I lied again. Like a rug? Oh, lie. Right. Why is your dialogue suddenly like this? You can take that fusty old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power and not save the strongest of swords will suffice. Wherever light you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For as sure as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as my own, till we meet again. You just gonna walk around with 8 arms now? Because... There we go. Okay, so, yes, really quick, regarding Bridget. First off, every time, or actually no, I'll save that for later. Yes. Basically all of the criticism, or all of the sources of the criticism, for making Bridget, trans, seem to very much come from, for the most part, oh no, my blank waifu. My T-slur, basically. And like... I mean, no. That's not how that fucking works. Like, you... And like, okay, so there's those people who aren't worth the fucking time. But a lot of people who both, were either just straight up transphobic, didn't like the change for some vague reason that honestly probably should be an indicator to rethink their attitude, or basically treating Guilty Gear as hentai bait, more or less. Like, there are a lot of stupid arguments that came out of that, and, like, going from, look, there is a sound file saying, that she's a boy, when the whole quest line is, like, going from back to front, and that's from earlier in it. But more of the more stupid ones were, like, trying to, like, claim that because that line was said in not the perfect route, it wasn't canon, which is, like, fucking stupid in so many ways. Like, fighting games don't tell their stories in a traditional fashion. Like, first of all, if you do actually game over or something, if you fail, you generally get a retry or you start from the start. You don't get, like, an ending. Like, from what I understand, Guilty Gear's structure is you get different story based on how far you get without dropping a round, I think it is, against an opponent. The longer you go, the more battles you actually get, and there's, like, a 9th battle at the end for Bridget specifically. But, like, you can get endings, different endings based on when you dropped a round, from my understanding. And, like, people were starting to go, oh yeah, well that, that's not canon because it wasn't the perfect ending, which, like, those endings don't contradict each other, first of all. Second of all, that's not how fighting games tell their fucking stories. Yeah, the old games had weird and crazy routes where people die and shit, but Strive is just, like, additive stuff. Yeah, like, the general sense I got from it was, yes, previous games did do a thing where if you started, like, different routes led to wildly different endings, and people are obviously, like, looking at it in that way. But from the sound of it, too, no one was ever claiming anything like this, or at least, like, publicly or anything like that, until Bridget came out as trans in one of them. So I retweeted a thread where someone basically went, okay, well, you want to claim that this is true. Do you understand how much lore Strive has that would be dumped at the wayside because it's not part of the fucking core, like the perfect storyline? Like, it's kind of nuts that like people are bending over backwards that hard to like find a way that this is like untrue to the character, which is the other big criticism people had of like, oh, you're erasing her past as like someone born male forced to grow up female because cult stuff, and then trying to live as a male to prove everyone wrong. It's like, no. Like, someone could come out of the end of that and think, wait, what is my gender? And decide woman. Like that's possible. Fucking wild. It's the lol nice reach meme in action. Yeah, really. But yeah, like every time something like this happens, it gets me closer and closer to making video essays, because the absolute stupidity of some people interpreting narrative in a video game, especially ones that tell like non-typical narratives in terms of the branching and stuff like that, and like whether or not, you know, you can look at all of those branches and think of a unified set of things that tells you, or if there are some things that are purely exclusive and things like that. Like, there's a lot of like interesting things. There's a lot of interesting ways to interpret that, but everyone who is trying to like basically claim Bridget's story is like erasure or some shit like that, it like has to interpret the narrative in the dumbest way possible just to justify it. And every time something like that happens, like, my notepad of video essay ideas gets more fleshed out every fucking time. One of these days I'm just going to actually do it, because I can't believe how stupid some of the arguments people are presenting in that scenario are. Like, let's not beat around the bush. Despite the arguments being hurled, some people, like, a good portion of the people who are angry at this are just flat out transphobic. Like, they'll dress it up in, like, reading the narrative in the stupidest way possible as the actual reason for their anger, but, like, no. And, like, to some degree, like, when it comes to the erasure thing, I think, oh, okay, they're trying to conflate the way you don't refer to a trans person as their previous gender by the time they recognize themselves as trans, and like they're conflating that with like a character growing and being different, which, as someone who thinks a lot about narratives in games and like how narrative design and stuff like that fits in with that, and interpretation, especially when it comes to video games with some unusual narrative storytelling, this does my head in. Like, the conversation should end at these people being transphobic as fuck, but like, I cannot actually believe how stupid the interpretation some people make with all that stuff is. Anyway. Oh, you're welcome, Blue Mage. What ho, Aldine? Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, and we shall deliver the coup de grace together. I went on ahead and solved it. The battle has already been won. Well, that is triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this, you say? The treaty blade lies somewhere hidden, lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood. Oh, worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? Can I get, like, a... No, I can't really. God, if there was a way for me to turn the camera, like, a little bit more to the right here, If there was a way to get the camera to turn a little bit more right here to show off a bit more of the greenery, that would be perfect screenshot bait. Now, show me to the forest. Hildebrand, we're in the forest. Righto! Hi. Aldine, what news of the Primal and the Treaty Blade? Yeah. Absolutely. Been getting a lot of good LGBTQ shit lately. It's fucking delicious. Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope the Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship. At once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my new masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of Sildir. To think they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. Wait, the scales? Wait, the symbol of the scales is actually a Sildir thing? Wow, Uldar's fucked up. Finally, some good fucking food, really. Just how did you come to know of these long-lost relics? It was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield that power, or so the legend goes. Ah, what I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring casts open the doors of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true. Azima's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the Warrior of Light would then hold the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." Legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here... Over here, friends. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Buddy, that's a relic. Don't plant it in the fucking stone. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade. And the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that. I swear unto you, then. Oh, no. My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No. The light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. Oh no. What the fuck is happening now? Skyward ho! Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. So the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. Oh yeah, are you more excited for the variant dungeon getting this extra lore about them? Yes, actually. Because, seriously, if it, like... Storytelling like that is really an opportunity to see, like, interesting things play out in places like Uldar. Not that Uldar really needs it, but, like, there is this admittedly really fucked up part of their history where they threw a bunch of powder over a warring nation to turn all their dead into zombies, and then take it over themselves, rewrite history to basically make themselves look really good, and then seemingly just, like, take everything from them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Thaumaturge's Guild actually heralds way back into Sildir instead of, like, Uldar, based on, like, all the shit that was going on at the time. But... Oh, no, but the Thaumaturge's Guild existed, I'm pretty sure it was the Thaumaturge's Guild that came up with the, Traders... Dust. I'm just gonna call it that now. But yeah, regardless, like, I'm glad I ended up doing this, because it turns out it gave me a little bit more info on the stuff that's coming in the variant dungeon. So the legend ended. Must say, never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. Inspector! Oh, Inspector! Wait for me! It's those balls, Hildy. First you almost die at your poor mother's feet, now you fly off to God knows where, without even giving her a kiss goodbye. I could probably guess where he'd end up, but the smoke trail's still there. It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Mandeville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. Oh god, I wonder if that... I wonder if that's what the fucking, relic quest is gonna be about. Like, teaching Hildebrand how to make fucking weapons, and he ends up making these goofy but powerful things. That would actually be funny as hell. So in the end, the Sildian incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, Treaty Blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. We did have that joke weapon design contest. We sure did, didn't we? The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes. It's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dreams come true. Blahage Gunblade. Gentlemen to the end. That bloody bastard. Yeah, so did he, like, punch a hole through the atmosphere, or... That doesn't look good. Oh, no. Well, there he fucking goes. What's this? Lit in the corner of my eye. Curious scent wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land. Do I smell... a case? Oh my god. Worry not for me, my friends. For whatever the wronged... for wherever the wronged want for succor, I can't read the thing fast enough. Nice. Oh, God. Wait, is this an end card, or is this talking about Heaven's Ward or something? Hildebrand will return? Oh. Why? That's fucking rude. God, what a fucking great quest line. I don't know where the next bit is, so I guess I'll try and figure out where. Oh, I did want to say one more thing, though. There's a particular group of people, when it comes to the Bridget thing, that I am, like, actually deeply disappointed in. And it's the people who claim to be, like... Well, I don't want to say claim to be, but people who, like, relate to Bridget, specifically before, like, her Strive iteration. Like, saying a lot of, like, pretty much parroting a lot of the same arguments. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a character to that criticism, that really just comes off as transphobia to me. Like, it's not... It wouldn't apply to... Oh, do we not pick it up here? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Thought we might start it off in the same character, but... yeah, like... It really seems like... Like, it kind of... It really disappoints me that, like, two groups of people who are basically, like, fucking with gender... Like... that one of them would turn around and be like, no, a character changing into yours is explicitly, like, hate. When they're not the target of society-wide hate to begin with. And pretend that it's the same. Like, ideally, they'd be allies in that, because they're just doing practically the same thing with, like, a very different, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, a different conclusion to their own, like, introspection and that. Oh, yeah, no, there's absolutely, yeah, there's the well's running dry on that one, that's for sure. Sending to Imperium. Is that yours, sir? Oh, that'll be crafting stuff. Let's jump into the other place and see what's up there. It's in the other half of the city. Ah. There it is. You're on the other side of the fucking map. But yeah, I, like... Obviously, like, in a vacuum, if a character... Like, okay, let's take me, for example, right? If there was a character that was, like, a gender non-conforming man, and they, like, that character progressed to being, like, trans woman or just some other gender identity that I'm not, right? Like, yeah, in isolation, it kind of sucks to, like, see that, or to not have that character as they were, but, like, I couldn't find myself being, like, disappointed or angry at that. Like, I'd probably be happy depending on the writing, obviously, to some extent. That, like, that character was growing and, like, all that. Because, honestly, at that point, it, like, if my investment in the character was so contingent on them being, like, me, and you don't have any of the other, like, wider societal stigma surrounding it, like, then the only, like, then maybe there was, like, less to me liking the character than there should be. I don't know, like, it really fucking sucks that two groups of people, or that one group of people who fuck with gender, look at another group of people fucking with gender, seeing a character from, like, identifying as them move to someone else and be like, Fuck all of you, then. It irks me. Again, because there's more to it than just the fact that, like, it switched over. Like, switching over to a different gender identity that's, like, as maligned as trans people is a bigger deal than them, like, not being a feminine man. Well, I'll be Aldine Felspark in the flesh. Pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Wait, he's here? God, I was hoping you would silently agree. That line could have been pulled directly out of the near quest line. So I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky. I triple-checked me figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Because as we all know, there can only be one gentleman. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, I cannot say I've had dealings with a man as you describe. I hope these people being transphobic are seething about Yumisho winning Evo. Yeah, oh god. Luca made one of my favorite tweets commenting on that, because usually people would just turn to the pandering thing, like, oh, they're just pandering to that crowd, but, like, hey, you want to know who the best player in the world at Guilty Gear Strive is? I don't think pandering to the demographic of the greatest GG Strive player at the moment that doesn't seem like pandering to me, you know? Like, you know, yeah. The thing that actually really sucks about it, as someone who is not trans, and someone who, like, really thinks deeply about video game narratives, there is some, like, interesting discussion to be had around a situation like this, in terms of, like, you know, a character who came from, I would probably say, like, interesting, but maybe, like, a little transphobic kind of, like, thought process when it came to their story. Being reclaimed as a trans character, what that means for both sides, and, like, how, like, writing a character like that can have unique challenges. There's a lot of stuff like that that could be interesting to talk about, and especially from a cis person's perspective, actually get some, like, interesting perspectives on, like, how people feel about it. But we can't have that so long as people are shitting in the fucking pool every time some character is actually trans. Problematic roots. Yeah, like, I don't think, in isolation, I don't think that story is, like... I mean, it comes from the same place as Naoto, right? Where, like, I can see why the setup there could have some interesting, like, messages to take away from that, right? Like, I would say less so from what I know from Bridget, but then again, I don't know Bridget's story all that well. But I can definitely see, like, there was a broader point to Naoto's story that I feel is worth telling. But there's a question of, like, okay, well, this also seems to line up with, like, and, well, for Naoto, I feel like the backstory isn't actually the problem. It's the execution in the actual story, but, yeah. I have no idea how to feel about Naoto even after all these years. I mean, personally, I don't think... I'm gonna be honest, P4 basically saying that it's impossible to be trans, like, renders it incapable of actually communicating what Naoto's gender is. Like, even if we take it from a perspective of, no, what the author's saying is right, like, they don't actually think about it at all, and they just go, oh, I must be a cis woman because I don't have to be a man to be a detective, which, like, okay, sure. But you're presenting as a man all the time, and you don't seem to hate that? Maybe there's something to that? Yeah, I don't know. P4 is also a weird one in particular, because, like, its, like, core message just doesn't, like, is, like, really fucking weird. It's like, reach out to the truth, but then the truth is, oh, it doesn't defy society's expectations of you. So obviously that's where you fit, like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Yeah. Alright. This is a topic I could honestly talk about for ages, because, like, I have gaps in my knowledge that are interesting to talk about in terms of, like, having only the narrative to talk about. Because, like, that's the only thing I can pull on. I can't pull on from, like, personal experience or anything. There was going to be an end to that sentence, but I can't remember that now, and I've been sitting at this woman's dialogue for too long now. Oh, that was it. Cool. But yeah, like, honestly, there could be a lot of useful discussion around, like, you know, writing characters like this, having stories like, I can see, like, for example, I'm watching a D&D campaign at the moment where there is a character who... someone is playing a character who is definitely comes off as racist. And not like they're a racist caricature. I mean, that character has racial prejudices that exist for a reason in universe, but are just never challenged, right? And I know the person who's playing that character in the campaign is not, so I feel like their thing is probably going to be building on that, and them slowly realizing, oh, wait a minute, I think I was being dumb this entire time. But, like, it's okay, there's a shorter way of saying this then. It's okay for characters... I think it's probably okay for characters to either act or be, like, or have roots that aren't good, so long as that is kind of part of the point, right? Like, just having Bridget be inspired from that and never doing anything with that other than to justify who they are right now. Whereas, like, coming to the end and then coming to a realization about their gender identity, whichever way they ended up going, or whichever way she ended up going, would have been good, right? Like, it's the same with Naruto. Like, if that broad point was made, but then it also commented on the little bit of transphobic shit that happens in it as well, and it comes to a good conclusion about that, that's not a bad thing either. It's when like, there's something in there that's a problem, but it's not resolved. Because then it's just like, wait, were you just being transphobic? Or, like... yeah. It's like narrative utility. Like, you don't introduce a factor into the story that isn't going to be used. Like, you can't just make a character an asshole for no reason. Like, there should be a reason to that. Whether you want to comment on something, or it's a catalyst for people to grow, or any shit like that. Good morrow to you, sir. Oh, you're looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander. I know not this man of who you speak, but mayhap Mistress... Elise? Elise does. She's well acquainted with, rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. Thank you, ma'am. Sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, why didn't we go to her first? Didn't she introduce us to this place to begin with? Why didn't we go here first? As ever, a warm welcome to you, sir. How may I be of service? Gentlemanly Highlander, you say? Well, now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you seek. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you knew Inspector Hildebrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume. I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmund, or so it is rumoured. What? Surely as a ward of House Forton, it would be trifling matter to go and ask after him at the manor. Why would Count Edmund just... Okay. God, I knew it was serendipity. To Forton Manor. Okay. Pop quiz everyone in chat. Also, Ryuzaki, I'm sorry I didn't say hi before. I was on a roll. So, hi. Sorry about that. Yeah, pop quiz. Do you think Hildebrand would, like... Do you think Hildebrand's the kind of person that would, like, anglicize all of the French? Well, is anglicize the right word to use there? Oh god, I don't know. But do you think he'd try and sound everything as close to English pronunciation as possible? Because I get the feeling he might be that person. Wait, what? Yes. Hi. Well met, Master Fellspark. Do you require assistance? It is as you say. This time, Lord Edmund is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah! We found the inspector! Oh god, is this gonna be... If I'm not mistaken, the meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire into the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Are those dangerous? And again, you seem a respectable sort. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer. Oh dear. If it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. No, Aldine, don't go along with it. That's... This is literally the D&D joke. You encounter a gazebo. Does it look angered? Is it asleep? How big is the gazebo? Never thought about it before, but now that you bring it up, I can't see it any other way. Yeah. Because he's absolutely the person who would, like, stumble, He's the person who treads on everyone's toes during conversation when it comes to making deductions and stuff like that. He absolutely feels like the guy who would be, like, mispronouncing everything in a foreign land. That must be Inspector Hildebrand. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk Curthan air to be rather invigorating. It simulates body and mind both. Welcome benefit. Oh, you know what? This is probably Godbird, actually. It simulates body and mind both. A welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you. I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions. Lord Godbert! But I thought... Yeah, I was right. Yeah, you here for Hildebrand? Hildy? In Ishgard? Oh, this is the first I've heard of it. Aha! I found you at last, heretic! What? Yes, you, the hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eyes. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon? This man is an Uldan merchant here at the behest of House Forton. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Forton? Then he couldn't possibly... There were those 2 wards that... But they were acquitted of all charges in a trial by combat. If he demands the right to... Then I would personally have to... Oh dear. You gonna fight Godbert? You won't. 1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an Inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious individual. Possibly a suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Ho ho ho! A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me. Aye, a man rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. Heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildebrand. Could he be a fan? Say again. You're acquainted with such a man. Yeah, he blasted off to Ishgard about, like, a day ago. I see. And the man you're looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigations may be connected. So I put to you a proposal. The first reported sightings of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Maybe we should journey there together. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable helping out the Inquisition of Ishgard. I have no idea why that might be. It's just getting a bad vibe from this, you know? Like, It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehended him, that we might resolve this without incident. Well, don't do that. Yeah, everyone expects the Ishgardian Inquisition. I say we go with him, Aldine. This looks to be our best lead yet. I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Oh, then it is settled. We shall leave the Falcon's Nest at once. Nice to see you again, Lord Edmund. Can I get to Falcon's Nest just using this? No, I can't. Burb. I got it like... I think it was... No. I got it the week, that, I got that the week that, they, removed the lockout from, the, Asphodelos. It killed it, like, 2 or 3 times before that, I think, but... Well, I had. Master Fellspark. Are these your traveling companions? You could say that. Mysterious muscular vagabond. Ah, yes. Patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil, thinking he might be a lost traveler. I called out to him, but rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised he bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Oh no. What the fuck is your... I haven't played 14 in a couple of weeks. I've been steeped in the FGC even before the Bridget stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, there's like a patch coming out in like what is probably like 2 weeks from now-ish. So like, yeah. It's not really a... Oh no! I just realized the next PoE League is gonna coincide with fucking Abyssos Savage. Oh, I'm not going to play PoE again. I'm not going to play PoE again for the second league in a row. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't play nearly as much Path of Exile as I kind of wanted to this league, because I did like, Sentinel, but there was just a lot happening with 14, and I decided to go all in on that. Terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, much as I hope you find your missing Inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. This makes me wonder when this takes place, because, like, what heresy? You realize your entire religion was actually pointed out, discovered to be fake and a lie, and basically in place to, like, fuck over the dragons, right? Like... It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. Good. That is why, Haloni as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Okay, so obviously this is... Yeah, uncertain times probably says Pope dead. Yes, I understand you have your reasons. But whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you might begin your search near the Dusk Vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share in the glory. I appreciate he doesn't give a shit about this man. The hunt continues. Onward to the Dusk Vigil. I'm told that that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. I am dressed appropriately. What the fuck are you talking about? It's summer right now, right? That's why I'm wearing this. Search the area south of the Bane Pool. Oh, gods, okay, we're really going. Well, at the very least, I'm glad this that trial went quickly. Giraffe Boy Summer. Oh no! Don't say that. I mean, you're right, but fuck. Don't do my boy like that. What the fuck? Listen, he may be a lanky, tall twink, but... Sorry, what were we arguing about again? Fuck. I hate that. I hate it. Fuck. The Dodd mail Ellison dirty. Or they did mail Ellison dirty. Moonfire Fair's brutal this time around. Okay, so I didn't get to the very top. I just got through, like, the 2 sections. I'm probably gonna go and try the other jumping puzzle later. The problem was, the last character I did that on was, Vevern, and it turns out that the Lalafell model is actually really deceiving as to where your hitbox actually ends when it comes to hitting, like, geometry. And I was trying to jump off towards the, like, starting plank of the really hard jumping puzzle, and I could not hit it because I kept hitting the side because I didn't know how to line that up. Like, I either lined it up too far to the right and there was barely any mistake I could make, or I lined it too far over to the left and I would hit the fucking wood. So I'm gonna try and do that on a character whose hitbox is a bit... whose character model is more indicative of the hitbox. Fury, take me, it's freezing. This is a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this god's-forsaken wasteland. Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure. Over there, look! Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector? Inspector, is that you? Oh, it's a zombie.
As I live and breathe, all the places to be reunited with Master Zombie Brand's compatriots. How fare you all this afternoon?
Meanwhile, Godbird's just chilling in the background, no problems. Yeah, I mean, so am I. Ah! Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. He's not a heretic. He's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Uldar, good sir?
Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence, so when we heard rumours of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as emissary and set out immediately. Last it seems my efforts were for naught.
Whoop, almost lost it.
Oh, truly. Every last one dead. That is to say, irrevocably dead. If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand?
Wish they'd give a one-piece swimsuit for the gals one year. We have so many flavors of bikini. Yeah, I'm really upset that I can't use the board shorts on either of my female characters. That it fucking sucks. Because they're really good, and they would really fit, but... Like, even making them just, like, shorter shorts, but just, like, actual shorts. Because, like, realistically, you might as well be fucking naked wearing that stuff without the shirt. Like, my calculations were wrong. The inspector didn't land in Kurthus.
Now, do not fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As a founder of the gentle dead men, our fates and our ether are inextricably intertwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now.
Truly, good sir. You can guide us to Inspector Hildebrand.
As surely as my running nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends.
I'm just gonna give them all the same higher voice. I can't do the lower gravelly voice. It fucks my vocal cords too much. One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. It is a vile, insidious sickness which must needs be burnt out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? Oh, confound it, they've left us behind! What were you doing reading your goddamn book out here, you dunce? Good job. Don't call it a comeback. Sia's look of utter confusion is one you know all too well. Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation, and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Aldine. I don't know why you think you're on my side. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, Aldine would be fucking infuriated having to listen to this shithead. But I didn't realize that some of the tail feathers actually came up into those, like, points. I almost turned down going into some mount runs for this mount, but I'm actually really glad I did. Or didn't, rather. We'll be lurking, gonna go back to being bodied by Happy Chaos and Strive. Enjoy, Ryuzaki, I appreciate you lurking. It's a fucking sick mount. Yeah. Sicknesses won't fester and spread, yes? Is it truly safe to consult with this... man? Don't be fucking rude, Sia, or I'll deck you. Simply basking in this magnificent scenery fills me with inspiration. Inspector! Inspector!
Hold a moment for my friends. Must needs concentrate. Master Zombie Brand is indeed nearby, but there is also something else. A powerful magic, confounding my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area.
Now, see here. These wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up. Aldine can handle himself, true, and you've clearly no reason to fear death. But what of Mistress Nashu? I take your meaning. My good zombie, Aldine, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor Seer, would you care to take the lead?
Go on, you two. The inspector is out there somewhere.
Yeah, from best mount to better mount. Fucking sick mount.
Those sculpted legs clad in gentlemanly trousers. I know them.
Huh? Oh, there he is.
Look, Aldine. It's got to be the inspector. And he's surrounded by giant, fluffy, man-shaped gazebos.
That's... Oh, no, sure.
Oh, nay, my lady. They are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen
Oh, I hate you both.
fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Aldine can save Master Zombie Brand now.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna switch to Summoner for this. Good evening.
Inspector, Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. Oh, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of there before you catch cold.
That's not,
Up and at them. Everyone is waiting for you. Forgive me for pulling you hard on me. My arms are like to tear.
Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perhaps, perchance found something?
Fury, take me. Is that my heretic? Oh, confound it. I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildebrand is definitely not a heretic. And he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating like last time.
Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I have had our ways of waking him up. Watch as I Zuna drop my own son.
Hildebrand Haildorma, right this instant.
Aren't you just gonna plant him right in the ground again, Godbert? cool, he's back in the snow again, right? Was it the Mandeville Meteor Strike or the Mandeville Meteor Dive? Ah, maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go! What? Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert. Where am I? Snowy wastelands of Kurthus. And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course. Who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic? Oh, you sweet summer child. Sorry, winter child. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that! When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. Huh. Is that right? Little Lullafellian girl! How adorable! Nashu, please! Note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike my own. It is clearly a Lullafellian boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. Yeah, that ought to do it. Boy, this cutscene's going on for a while. What is this place? Who am I? What? Why? Why was that face? Question marks. I remember nothing. There's not an all, There's not an all creation that cannot be repaired with a little tender love and care. Surely there is a perfectly logical explanation for all of this. Inspector Hildebrand's back, and he brought a friend. It would seem that although Father's ungentle ministration served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be alright. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Then can you help me remember? Hearken to me now, for I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesiac Hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of Nashu's delights. Ah, effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young Gigi lacks the healthy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi, is that my name? When you woke, you were muttering GG. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you, so until such time you learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that's just a sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. Well,
now I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer.
bound for Thanalan? Then allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer, though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. This is a rather lot to digest. Though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mr. Schnarsu's protestations, the Inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Okay. Oh no. It's them again. Oh, we're going right back into Ishgard proper. Okay. Wow, that's like 3 out of 4 picks that have been the Phoenix. Incredible. Fury take me, that man. Ah, Haldane. I suppose you have heard the news, then. That Inspector Hildebrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. Wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's nowhere with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was naught more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil. Sickness which has since been purged. If you killed them, I am going to kill you. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the Inspector will turn up again with like a bad gill. And when he does, trouble is sure to follow. I don't doubt that. Oh, there it is. Oh, God, that's bright. I wish I could read this script. Oh, Edmund is involved in this? The what? What did that say? I don't know. Sometimes I really don't know how to feel about the script that's, like, basically, like, really inventive takes on the English language. Or, sorry, the English alphabet. Because, like, sometimes it's immediately accompanied by script. Or, like, by, script that's, like, easily readable. But then other times it isn't, and I'm like, you can't make a script that you have to, like, caption, basically, and then just display it. It is sleepy time for me. Alright, no worries, newest girl. I'm, like, 90% sure that said the villain. Yeah, it was either the V or the W. I couldn't tell which. But have a good night, newest girl. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you did. The GG situation. Seer must once more enter into a world he does not quite understand. I praise this he finds you well, Aldine. Or at least better than it finds me. Bridget Gaming. Hell yeah. Seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. It was unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold. Therefore, the Inquisition... the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection and, if it needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the Inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? No, I'm not helping the fucking Inquisition. Oh, god damn it. Fun fact, I used to be able to translate Hylian from the Zelda series. At least, like, Hylian was, like, a different language. This is just English with fancy characters. It's really, really annoying, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, Fury be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I am given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fortemps Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. Okay, easily found then. Ethernet Last Vigil. Yeah, I never learned anything about Hylian. Like, I liked Zelda, but I don't think I ever got into it that much, you know? Right. Oh, there they are. It really is just Gun Jesus everywhere in Strife right now. Rip. To the very pinnacle of the heavens. Isn't she adorable? Verily shall we scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seventh hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, suffer fairy tales and legends. Huzzah, a grand adventure in the deepest pit of the seventh hells. Just so! Such is the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry in there. Oh my god, Gigi's doing it too. Fuck. Well posed, Gigi. Well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellonic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender the mammoth of suspected heretical origin to my custody. Why, hello there, Aldine, and Inspector Seer, even the... Seer, ever the jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic when 'tis plain to see that he is merely a precocious young lad. Well, there you go again, confusing the poor girl. As if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity. Nashu, please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandevillian masculinity mere moments ago? That's because you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what. Ooh, gender. Gigi enjoys it. I really hope Seer is just following us around the entire time, trying to say, okay, so we're going to take the mammoth back to, and then we just keep walking. I really hope this is what this is. Master Fellspark, Inspector Seer, what is all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh, this must be Edmund. Oh, Lord Edmund, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this mammoth on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the Inspector before you arrived. At which point, they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury, take me, not you two. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine. But even supposing that this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition is determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon? Miraculous resuscitation? Godbert fixed him. I see. But until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Mandeville. I will even stand as witness here and now, if you wish. Adopt? That would make me Gigi's father? Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, yes, of course. I'll do it. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Mandeville. Puppy Hildy, Puppy Hildy. Oh, Papa, sorry. The Inspector's finally become a father. It's so beautiful. Quite. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Oh, thank you, Lord Edmund. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son. We must away. Oh, Halone, I would not presume to question your grand design, but... God, confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I am still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is as healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent. Follow Gigi. Judging by the size of their estate, they've wealth to rival House Mandeville. Cool! Look at all them halberds. I've never seen such a well-armed building before. Okay, that's pretty good. How long must I stand around waiting for that mammoth to do something possibly heretical? Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of House Durin Male Tempsart. Oh, pray do not fill the mammoth's head with such nonsense. This is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know. I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain that there is no House Durin Male Tempsart, and that is rather a ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables, that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. What? Okay, I'm with you on that one, at least. The holy stables, which is just down the road. I think that's right next to Skyforge? Skysteel. Skyforge. That's a Skyrim thing, Jesus Christ. I dislike shooting characters a lot. Remlothal's a bad matchup for me. From what little fighting games I've actually played, I think I prefer, like, rushdown characters. But I don't... I do kind of like the idea of zoning characters a lot, though. Like, setting up a bunch of stuff to basically, like, just thwart the opponent rather than, like, explicitly going for, like, getting in there and doing damage. Such noble creatures, chocobos. Ah, how many halcyon days did I pass in the saddle, racing across the windswept plains? So if I wanted to hear that colour, I'd have to eat plums, veil fruits, and pineapples. But how many? Oh, no, don't do that. I need Addle cooldown, thank you. Splendid specimens of horsebird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself. How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos, it might help. It didn't. You know, just because you found him in the Curthan snowbank, it doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Oh, which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait. Oh, am I now complicit in this farce? Oh, Fury, forgive me. Don't worry, you get used to it. Gigi? But I want one! I want one! Buy me a chocobo! Please, father! Oh no. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Am I that strange-looking? Oh. I fucking hate kids. Oh, right. Actually, wait, what was the, missed that on Enkidu. Do I not get to see... Oh, it'll be in here somewhere. Clutch head, no, that's not one. Oh, it's that one. Right. That's the one I got. Jeweled Crossier. Yeah, well, I guess when I talk about zoning characters, that's not quite the same as shooting ones. Because shooting, I assume you mean, like, characters that can, like, pick you off from, like, long range with, like, no wind-up, basically. And obviously, like, those that won't do, like, a huge amount of damage, but, it, like, obviously prevents you from, like, closing in or interrupts you from doing dashes and shit like that, but, yeah. I don't know, I don't play enough to really know what I'd, prefer in that scenario, honestly. Receive your orders, detain your heretic, meet your quota. If you retake me, it used to be so simple. Frightening on occasion, I grant you, what with my mentor's little episodes, but simple nonetheless. Yeah, the fact that you kind of, like, look back on that with any positive feeling, well, with a largely positive feeling is, not becoming of use here. What if I picked one with my eyes closed, and gave it as an aim day gift to myself? Oh, I wonder what I'd get me. These goods would fetch a high price in Uldar. Why bother? It's no use. Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise your days filled with grand adventures and an eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi. Spirits. My... My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. Gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil, at last estimate. It was over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. 100 million gil! Oh, Alone, why have you forsaken me? Oh, would you look at that? Did Gigi repair it, or did they rewind time on it? I don't think I've seen sigils of magic like that before. I don't know if I should know where that's from, but it's a miracle. Hey, the divine intervention of the Fury herself. Did I do that? Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous. You're a born artisan just like your father. Papa Hildy's papa. Your grandpapa, Godbert. The man who woke you up with a few gentle taps to the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the powers over life and death. Once he and the missus came back from their tour of the Western Highlands, and I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours. Oh, once. Do not demean this mammoth's powers as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. This mammoth. Sir, I say, sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. Nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless vase. My word, is that what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth. Gigi, whatever has gotten into you, you are my son. You are a Mandeville man. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Mandeville girl, through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama. Oh, nothing to say. That's a shame. Ah, the unmistakable scent of... Well, perhaps not heresy, exactly. Regardless, that mammoth's power cannot be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. Oh, children do say the most hurtful things. Yeah, they sure do. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I. I say we find out what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not... Oh, never mind. The measurement of a mammoth. Hildebrand knows in his heart that love transcends dimensions of time and space, definitions of man and machine. Course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildebrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. You what? Yeah. Yes, that's all very... Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentries stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If, Fury help us, he has left Ishgard, we need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. Ugh, excuse me. Ugh. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed. Speak with Hereward in Foundation. Oh, maybe... That was probably... That is far quicker. Oh, I'm already too close to the fucking thing. There you are. Little fellow with a wide brim hat. Hi, you came through here. Bought a passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them, what's the name? Lalafels, right? Funny little buggers. Seem keen to be anywhere but here. Competent Gold Lewis players are scary. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. Yeah, I just saw him. He's gone to Falcon's Nest. Falcon's Nest? Fury, take me. Must we return to that freezing pit of despair? Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him. I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. I'd like to learn God Lewis, but he's so slow. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to handle, like, slow characters in fighting games. I sympathize with you there. Really? Seemed in no mood to frolic when last I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent then when it became clear to him that he was in fact a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Western Kurthus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where first we found him. Home to his heretic masters, to share with him the intelligence he had gathered in the city. At long last, the undeniable, unquestionable, unmistakable scent of heresy. Oh, you're the fucking prodigy of that guy that walked into a conversation with me and Hilda, aren't you? Christ. What are we standing around for? You have a heretic to catch. Inspector, I'm starting to think that the Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voice them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the Mandeville way. We gonna load into Falcon's? Nope. Actually, it's just here, isn't it? You even did the animation, you shit. Oh, at least it's not snowing. Tracks continue to the north. Aha! I knew it. The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, you know, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. Did tell her Grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The self-same ones he renounced when he declared you are not his father? Ha ha ha! What a fine young gentleman eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandevilles beckons. I really can't be bothered. I'm not paying attention to this anymore. Fuck it. Alright, I'll probably go for another, like, 20-30 minutes and then call it, I think. Need to kind of ease back into doing streams where I'm doing a lot of, voices and, the last 2 were kind of rough on the voice because I did something dumb, but... Oh. Hi? Oh, it's... Wait, no, they're actually here? What the fuck? I didn't think they... Oh. GG? The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. Snowball. I thought they were joking. My head. Who? Oh, it's you. You followed me. Oh, Gigi. If you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you are unharmed. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinblocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandevilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth on no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from miles above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. Yeah. Expect the Earth was no less brilliant for the experience either. Why are you nodding? Oh. He's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you, you lot so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julian. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us? No. I feel like I'd lose my head. Grandpa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Mama Nashu says you wield the power of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpa Godbert, grant me life, make me a real boy. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Now he knows better. Then let us begin. Okay. This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpa Godbert. Thank you. Oh, but I've not even begun to begin. Biogo. I can't remember how to pronounce that, actually. I remember I was watching some 14 vids, and someone actually pronounced it weird and said, yeah, no, that's actually how you pronounce it, and went in one ear and out the other, I guess. Guide my hammer. If Nashu just stood in place, that would have been the best. Byrago? What? Holy shit. Papa Hildy, I'm a Mandeville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh, no. Why is it playing this music? Also, why is he pitch black? Like, I get it before when it was just like the hat. I'm assuming what? Gigi, what are you doing? Oh my god, he finally killed Hildebrand. Hi, Nikki. How's it going? We're doing some interesting side content in 14 today. Now that brings back some memories. Okay. Why the fuck... So, I get it from the... I get why, like, that his character model was, like, pitch black when, you know, you had just the hat, and it was kind of the... It was kind of the Vivi thing, where, like, you could not see any part of their face. It's, a little keyed up but good. Keyed up. Keyed up. Oh my god, why am I blanking on what that means? It's been a long day, forgive me. But, like, it's really weird that the rest of his model is pitch black when the hat is not covering anything anymore. Like... It's a... Oh god, what now? That was turning back time. That's what you were doing. Yeah, oh dear, who could have done such a thing? So, like, Gigi experiences some form of regret or something, and then, like, their power manifests and reverses time on something? Huh. By the Fury, it's just like the vase all over again. Miraculously restored to its original form. FF14 be wild? FF14 be wild. Really is. Like, this is probably the goofiest thing in the entire game, and it sets out to be that. Because I imagine someone was just, like, given free reign to do whatever the hell they want, script-wise and everything, and you can tell that they're, like, pushing the facial animations to, like, the point of breaking the fucking emotes they make characters do. This is clearly just someone messing around and doing, like, whatever the hell they want in 14. It's great. Gigi, my boy. Upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is... how shall I put this? More manageable? And much more adorable. But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth? Is that what's been troubling you this time? But why didn't you say so? Oh, God. A Mandeville is more than flesh and bone. He has vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. They call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, nay, I am a Mandeville mammoth. Christ. Where the hell are we going now? Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances force my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Mandeville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that, woman? Why, our son's gone and got himself a son. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Huh. It all makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Oh? What's happening? Oh, no. And what's so bloody grand about it? Run. Yep. I don't think Julian likes being called a grandmother. Nikki, that never gets explained. Like, Julian straight up just like... I thought that was going to be a joke, but no, she's still like that. I'll not be made a grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Fury, take me. I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but... No, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not, but rules be damned, I'm not risking my life to find out. I'm done. I'm out. That's it. I'm not dealing with this. Now I just have to console him. Oh, fuck. Like, there's gonna be no canonical explanation for that. It's just, like, the general vibe is obviously that, like, Godbert Mandeville is this, like, you know, force of nature compared to his son. And yet, like, Julian is, like, one of the only people probably in the entire game that he fears he has any amount of fear for, and for good bloody reason. And that's just a manifestation of that. But that, like, looks way too much like the Dark Knight and Warrior, like, effects that I'm like... Okay, that has implications that I don't want to think about. They're mad. Utterly mad. The whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I will never understand. Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. For today, I didn't know a mammoth could even have an existential crisis. No, you haven't met many robots, have you? Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth! Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury take me, their idiocy is infectious. Mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to your superior. One step at a time. One step at a time. Fucking Warrior of Light's just like, yeah, that's about right. That's just rude, yep. Oh, goody. If I was a betting man, that's, probably some Inquisition people. Like, on one hand, I do like that we've got someone who's, like, so steeped in, like, Ishgard's, like, religious roots that, like, they're looking at everything going on with the Mandevilles and going, am I dead? Am I dead? This seems like I'm dead. But at the same time, we're, like, just kind of mindlessly chaperoning him around and, like, not caring about, like, the implications of him, like, spitting, oh god, I hope I see some heresy around here, and, like, foaming at the mouth every time he sees it. Like, especially given, like, this happens, I assume this happens after the, main storyline in Heavensward, which is all about literally toppling the church. Right then. My superiors have been informed of the Mammoth's adoption of House Mandeville, as witnessed by House Forton. Proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations, and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Mandeville mammoth, casting about for any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there is something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself, to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Just real-life evangelicals. Yeah, for real. Please let me read the text, you fucks. Why did she get a credit? She just stood by as her face got broken. Oh. Sometimes it does come off a little lol random, but like honestly, the rest of it is such a like clown show that I'm here for it. Sia may be the only man who has yet to drink from the well of madness. That you stand before me is proof that Helone smiles upon me this day. Please stop saying that. I have need of your assistance, Aldine, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed, and now missing and presumed dead, Knights of the Heavensward. Missing. Presumed dead, huh? Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. Oh shit, I still have that thing up from Luca's stream. Oh well. She's here in spirit. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began. Yet recently, we have heard rumors of these honored seers walking the streets. Or sirs, sorry. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it. But we will need all the help we can get, which means... Fury take me. We could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way, it'll be on our terms. We can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth. Mammoth. Yes, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural rapport, so... Oh, pray Salone, for a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. Don't tempt me. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't... to Fulton Manor. A gazebo to call our own. God. I still can't believe this game actually just went with a D&D gazebo joke. Like, I still kinda can't believe that. And it got away with it. Because Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming of a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Sup? Ah, Inquisitor Sia, Aldine. Good day to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business. Always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery? Murder? Tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmund. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmund, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. As gentlemen inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive. And dangerous if not domesticated. Literally the gazebo joke. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than... does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavenswood. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experience to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor. Say no more. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Mummy! Mother, dearest. I was under the impression you had departed for Uldar. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing at being an inspector as well as a father to a bloody mammoth. Bugger that. You're coming home right this instant. How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Mandeville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from the fiends most foul. Come, Nashu. Come, Gigi. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. Oh boy. Thor's balls, he's stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you lot will help him, help me to keep him out of trouble. Right then. Come along. Is she serious? Well, that could have gone better. And worse. Let's not keep them waiting. This man just saw a demon walk right up to him and ask him for assistance. Fuck. I still think there's the weird Inquisition thing he's not giving up, but I do find it very funny that he's basically encountering, like... Oh, I had a better way of saying that and then I lost it. Pew. I'm truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those... Oh, I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I must needs accept that he now walks in Halone's halls. Please, do you think me so foolish to fall for their charade? From what I heard from the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavensward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Adolphel's face. Oh, wherever could he be? Vengeful maiden. Oh. If the knights aren't supposed to, you know, then why are they so popular with the highborn ladies? Good question, Nashu. I can say one thing with absolute confidence. They're all quite mad. What? Who? Sia, who are you talking about? Not really a good game for, like, confronting someone. What's up? I demand satisfaction. Swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions, line their pockets with gil? If Sir Sharbert was here, he'd purge a lot of them, like the festering cyst. Wow. I'm falling apart. And it's about the time I wanted to wrap up anyway, so that makes sense. He purged a lot of them, like the festering sickness they are. Yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity. Wow, that was surprisingly apt from Sia there. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, GG, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never ever call her that. At least, not yet. Promise? Yes, father. I promise not to call Grandma Julian Grandmama Julian. Greetings, milady. Oh, aren't you a charmer? And there I was, thinking I have to rip your bloody head off just, if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy. Ah, my faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? Other than the fact that these women scorned seem to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me about what they'd do if they cornered Sir... Is this the best you can do, then? Bloody oaths and... bloody oaths and girlish fantasies. And you call yourself a Mandeville man. I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unraveled with the tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg a moment of your time. Somehow I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. I don't know, how big is her coin purse? Aye, it's true. I too was taken in by the false promises of those awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velguin. So when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, I looked on the hideous face of these so-called Grand Sirs. I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbours said they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter at a place called Idleshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. Huzzah, 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. There you have it. Our quarry can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire. Have you? It's, like, literally out past the dragons? You mean we're to travel to the Dravanian hinterlands? Right now? Just like that? Oh, Seer's about to meet a dragon. That's great. I'm sure that won't go badly. Oh, unless we're going straight to Idleshire. Right. Hi. Bloody waste of time. So, that was a harrowing journey during which I felt certain I would die horribly. Or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Ooh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs in his mask every day. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, right. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of her uplander and gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, or bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones? But they were no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy. Except in Aldine, this ought to be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense. I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector's senses tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. Bad luck, Seal. Oh. Alright, I'll probably finish off this quest and then call it, I think. Loud Jocks. Yes, yes, Loud Jocks knows of grand sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves, mingle not with gobby folk. Or flock. But each to own, Loud Jock says. No questions, only jingle shine. Jingly shine. Fuck. It's been a while since I've had to read Goblin dialogue. Which is going to be fun for Alexander, because I hear there's no shortage of that. Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted into Littleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. Oh no, are we going to run into a fucking trial here? Exceedingly experienced treasure hunter. Hi. You're the same person. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs south of the round spot. You'd best watch out though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin of an Ishgardian noblewoman? What? Look behind you! A three-headed gooboo. Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Because we haven't. Right on the money there, Sia. Whoa, okay, that took time to load for some reason. Oh, either that or I zoomed too far in to actually see the model. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. I found information that would conveniently lead us to... The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Aldine. Yeah, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. It seemed that no one is home. There's not we can do but wait then. Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? As I live in... Hildebrand Haildor Maximilian Mandeville. Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix coin toss? Do you know this Gobby, Inspector? I most certainly do. My Master Slowfix was my very first employer. What?
When travelling through Thanalan long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make a busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness, he finds Uplander bandits and brings much bangy boom, and returns to goodly Gobby's missing good. I'm not giving a voice anymore. This is too much of a mess to read, trying to do a voice at the same time. Missing goods and great justice. Henceforth, Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounters with Gentleman Uplander, he never conceives a egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy, a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Oh, the memories. It was a near thing for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand and, well, as they say, boom, gobby doom. Caw, no busy deals for the wicked. No busy deals indeed.
Leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just look at what you and your flock have made of these ruins and is making me big eyes.
Gobbyflock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending.
Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodation. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice.
I settle for gazebo in perfectly good estate right behind you. Residents are building in arrears, and Slowfix happy to evict them.
But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women.
Fraud? Slowfix's egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either.
Huzzah, a giant gazebo to call our own. I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix, thank you.
No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobbyflock is possessed of moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo, and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs.
Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay to draw our family crest on it? I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion. Perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas.
Now he's gone and got himself a sodden gazebo. Bloody hells, if he really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father.
I find it weird that you're not just stopping him, but yeah, who am I to judge? What are we doing? Oh. That's cute. Aww. Huh. It's almost like standing outside of this was a bad idea. Still no sign of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we're going to need more paint. Huh. So they never came back. But didn't we just get information they were right here? That's weird. Unless they already caught wind that we were coming. I mean, there's not really much information even going in this case, because, like... Yeah, like, I don't think there's, like, almost anything we can draw a conclusion from, because we spent most of the time, trying to make Gigi happy, so... How do you like my family crest? Oh, maybe I should have also painted Grandpapa Godbird and Milady Julian. Yeah, what's your take on all this? Even supposing I were to turn a blind eye to his shenanigans, this is no place to raise a child. Nah, that's probably a good point. But that is going to be it for me tonight, at the very least. Because, yeah, my voice is starting to go, and that's a good indication that I should stop. I have, yeah, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night. Between the live letter and actually doing a fair bit on the weekend, I'm probably just going to take the night myself. I've done that in the past, and I'm probably going to keep that as a consistent thing. So long as I'm streaming during the week, too, I want to make sure, like, I at least stream on, like, a Thursday or something to make up for that, but it's going to be 50-50 depending on how I'm feeling and how work is. So, yeah, no stream tomorrow night, but on the weekend, me and Luca will be back with some more Nirvana Initiative. God knows it's been a week since I played that game, and I'm already having withdrawals. Yeah, that's about it. Then it'll be a new week, and I know I'm at least in the office one day. I'm also not sure when the, I think the Path of Exile League is not this weekend, but next weekend. It might be the weekend after. I'm not 100% sure on the date. Regardless, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do on the weekend for that. So, obviously, I don't do Friday night streams when that's a thing, because I do, like, a full day Saturday of streaming. I'm not 100% sure if I'd rule out a Nirvana Initiative stream. Like, doing a PoE stream is taxing, but, like, Nirvana Initiative streams are taxing in a different way, and it might be... and honestly, I don't want to have a 2-week break between, like, Nirvana Initiative streams. I think I'd hate that, personally. So, I don't know if I'm going to make the streams shorter, or maybe start later, or what. I don't think I'm going to cancel the Sunday stream that weekend. I'll have it on the schedule when I know more, because obviously I can't remember what day the PoE League launches. But yeah, that's going to be my plans going forward. So yeah, no stream tomorrow night. Nirvana Initiative on the weekend. Hopefully some stuff next week. And depending on when the PoE League launches, either that and a little bit of a Nirvana Initiative, or another weekend of Nirvana Initiative next weekend. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time.